Markle and Prince Harry, are still holding out for one thing that they truly want. A lot of people are suggesting this is all because they need content, format and that association with our British monarchy for their ongoing endeavours with the likes of Spotify, Penguin Random House and Netflix. But is it truly just that, or is there something more in it? Let me explain. Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the very heart of London. Nice to see you today. I've got to tell you a fun secret as well that I recently found out and discovered. As we know, our gracious monarch is up in Balmoral enjoying her summer holidays. If you think the weather's a little bit cloudy here, you want to go to Balmoral, it's we've been there. It's never, I mean, they do get nice weather, but there's a lot of, shall we say, bristly weather. When the Queen was younger, she liked to go wandering around all the woods and the great areas around there, full of great fresh air, as she pointed out. But it was always drizzly, but she liked to get out because she believed that this was good for the soul. And she must be right, because at 96, she's in fine fettle, is she not? By the way, if you go in there and you do get invited to Balmoral, the one thing that Her Majesty likes to do for recreation every night is watch an old episode of one of her favourite TV shows, Dad's Army. It doesn't matter how many times she's seen them, apparently she truly loves them, finds them very relaxing, as did the late Queen Mother. Back as ever though to your breaking story. This story really centres on the fact that, as we know, Meghan and Harry are a very strange couple really when you think, because I often thought it was odd that they dismissed the offer of the title for Archie Windsor, the Earl of Dumbarton. Now, whether you believe the story that they didn't want him to be titled as Dum, I never really bought into that. But you do kind of think, well, perhaps they wanted something a little bigger. And as we found out from Meghan herself, she claimed that they weren't even offered a title, which again was completely untrue. They were offered a title, it's just something they didn't want, or she didn't want. But now it also centres upon Lilibet Diana, because they're still holding out for some kind of, shall we say, event for their daughter, because they feel it will cement, making the both of them at least, whether it be a christening, whether it be a blessing, some kind of thing. This is what they want. Some might say that the moment's over, but you see, what you have to remember in the world of Harry and Meghan, they truly believe it could be their right. And if you think about it from Prince Harry's perspective, why can't it happen? Everything's happened in his life before. It must be very difficult for him now, in fact, coming up against these stumbling blocks where before doors opened, things were done and everybody was in full agreement to you. But for Meghan, of course, this really does signify her importance. But the bigger real reason is this. They really do need that united family picture. Now, I'm not suspecting for one moment that we would ever see Catherine or William standing next to Harry and Meghan anytime soon. But Her Majesty the Queen would do in the eyes of Meghan Markle. In fact, more so. Even better if Prince Charles and Camilla could pop along. This is vital in their brand moving forward and looking more of an acceptance back into the royal fold. And this is truly what they need right now in order to move forward and make things a little bit more easier on the PR front, not just in the United States, but across Europe too. So for now, while they hold in vain, truly a close source told me that Prince Harry simply hasn't given up hope on this ever happening with his daughter, Lily Diana. As ever, when I know more, you'll know more. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.